So we're delighted to be joined by British racer Adam Ellis this afternoon. Adam, many thanks for joining us on British Speedway social media channels. We just thought we'd take some of this downtime to reflect on your career up to now. And I think it would be fair to say you've been a steady improver year on year. What's your own overall assessment of the last 8 years, believe it or not?
Yeah, 8 years. It's gone pretty quick, I think. It feels like it was only a few years ago that I was coming over to the Isle of Wight. Yeah, it's been steady. I feel like some years I've had some really good years, and then some other years struggled a little bit. So not very consistent, but couldn't really put my finger on why. And yeah, it's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it. Obviously, there's goals I want to achieve, and I'm still believe I can achieve. So I'm not really settling for where I am now. So it's been good. I've been able to be part of riding for some great clubs, some really, some good team managers as well, and got to meet a lot of really nice people. So yeah, it's been a pretty good 8 years.
Yeah, we'll come on to some of those ambitions and goals a little bit later in this interview. Early on in your career, you've mentioned the Isle of Wight and Ipswich as well. You were part of the fast track scheme with Lakeside. But obviously, at a time I first worked with you, I always remember you saying dropping back down to the National League in 2015 when you raced for Birmingham that year. That was a big part in making those next steps back up the British Speedway ladder.
Yeah, I can't really remember why I did that. I don't know if it might have been for financial reasons. It was I had a tough couple of years at Lakeside when I couldn't get my head around the track, and I was racing at Ipswich as well those 2 years. So it was maybe the first year. So it was a really difficult year that year where I was racing for Lakeside and Ipswich. I think I was like crashing every Friday, riding a bike off, not earning much money, and then building the bike up, doing the same again the following weekend. So it was good to have the National League. It was, kind of like a bit of a safety net, and I felt like I wasn't really enjoying it the second year. So decided to sign for Birmingham in the National League, and I went back to having fun with some friends rather than constantly being serious. So that was yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I think it boosted my confidence back up. Obviously, winning races, it doesn't matter who you're riding against. If you're winning, you obviously got more confidence than if you're coming in third or fourth. So yeah, it was a good year, and I think it was the right move for at the time.
Yeah, then you obviously went to Poole and joined up with Eastbourne in the National League. But sticking to the domestic league side of things for now, and like I say, with Swindon, you've enjoyed a couple of great seasons individually and even greater as a club. How does being part of a winning team with a winning mentality as well help you individually as a rider?
It makes a big difference. Obviously, it's somewhere. Swindon's one of those places where I've looked forward to going racing every time. Every time we go to Swindon on a Thursday, you can't wait to get there and go racing, which plays a massive part in your results, I think, and everyone around you as well is riding pretty good. When the team's doing well, you're always enjoying yourself, and you seem to ride better as well. So yeah, it's been really good for the last 3 years being part of Swindon. I've enjoyed every season so far. We haven't had many downsides. We won 2 leagues out of 3, so it's been good.
Yeah, and obviously you're back with Swindon in 2020, and also after spending a season with them in 2016, linking back up with Poole as they move into the Championship as well. And with such an enforced delay that's currently happening at the moment, do you think being one of those riders who's heading into familiar surroundings all round will benefit you when we can go racing again?
Yeah, I think so. It's the way it's looking at the moment. Riders are going to have to pick where they want to race, which country they want to race in, because travelling backwards and forwards isn't going to be an option. So obviously signed in Poland and Denmark as well, which is frustrating if I'm not able to race out there. But I think it'll be definitely a big plus if I can you know, if I can race Championship and Premiership, it's going to be, you know, obviously the meetings are going to be cut down, the amount of meetings in each league. So it's important to spend a lot of time on the bike. And in England, we can't practice whenever we want. So, you know, it's not ideal if you haven't ridden for a week or for 10 days to go out in heat one when you haven't, you know, put your leg over a bike for a couple of weeks. So it's, yeah, I'm really glad I've done it now. I'm really glad I've signed for Poole as well. And yeah, once we get going, I think it should be a pretty good year.